Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another daily Videodevo. Renee here. I'm at home. We are empty nesters for the first time, really, in our lives. Our youngest son, David, as many of you know, was married this summer, and so I am in his former room, which is now my home office. I'm not saying I'm glad my kids are gone. I'm just saying that there are certain benefits that we're learning to enjoy. Hey, listen, I'm glad you're able to join us today. As you know, if you joined us this last weekend, we looked at Hannah's song in the prelude to David's story in 1 Samuel chapters 1 and 2. This next weekend, we are kicking off with week 1 of Chasing David. I am so stoked about it. I hope you're able to join us, grab a book. I hope you sign up for a small group. I hope you join us via video or in person during these 8 weeks of the Chasing David series. But I wanted to look again at something that we studied this past weekend. In Hannah's song in 1 Samuel chapter 2, she says things like this: "He lifts the poor from the dust and the needy from the garbage dump. He sets them among princes, placing them in seats of honor." And her whole song goes on in this vein about how God lifts up the weak. So often when we look at the Bible, we see it as a bunch of little stories, a bunch of disconnected fables about how to live life. But that's not true. Really, the whole Bible has one consistent arc, one consistent narrative, and it's this: God is the hero of the story, and he loves to use people who are thought by the world to be worthless, who are overlooked, who are undervalued, who are left out. In fact, the Apostle Paul says this in 1 Corinthians chapter 1. He says, God chose the things the world considers foolish. He chose things that were powerless. God chose things despised by the world, things counted as nothing, and used them to bring to nothing what the world considers important. And you know what I love about that? If you've ever felt weak, if you've ever felt rejected, if you've ever felt imperfect, if you've ever felt like a failure, God looks at you and says, great, perfect, because now you are exactly the kind of person that I have been using for centuries to change the world, to touch people, to change lives. So you think about that, and I know you're going to have a great day and a great life.